Alright, g'day, hi and welcome. Alright, 2 hours. No raking today, hardly at all. Like, there was a little bit, but not much. So it didn't grow very much, but it grew. Everything looks good, except for there, I didn't cut there, so it doesn't look good there. And I didn't whippersnipper. Like that. I stole some of these again. There's a whole bunch of them on the ground. They're butternut is what they're called. And they got a whole bunch of, it looks like shiitake mushrooms down there, so I didn't cut there because I was like, oh, that might be shiitake mushrooms. So I didn't cut there, but I cut everywhere else. So everywhere else looks good, except for where I didn't cut. It was wet. It was very soupy on the far corner, so it's all that rain we got the other day. But it was dry enough there. Okay, I had to wait about an extra hour before it was dry enough to cut. But it saves you a lot of time raking, so sure nobody's coming. And I don't know if we're doing there tomorrow. There tomorrow. We cut that on, when did we cut that? Thursday, Friday? This grass grows crazy fast. Except for at the top here, it's starting to die. Like, it dies off in the fall, but the front there could be cut. That car's still for sale. The Mans. I'd love to be able to just drive around with something like that. But you need money to drive around with a car that old, because like, they break a lot when they're that old. You know, they're simple, but you know, it's just the parts are worn out. You know what I mean? Like, they need to go back to making cars simple like that, with low electronics, high reliability, but just better design. You know, like go overhead cams, of course. You know, make life, you know, we're not at the electric valve stage yet where you can get rid of cams altogether, so to speak. And but we're getting there. You know what I mean? Like, we're getting there. I mean overhead cams, not the lower cams, but you're still going to need those for a little bit. But they do have the technology to do it. But is it cost effective? I don't know. And electric actuating valves, I don't know how reliable those would be. I think it's the Kongsberg, however you pronounce it, the Swedish supercar has electric valves in it. Kind of cool. place for that one within the next year, or build something around it. It's like I'm in no rush to get that truck finished, but I want to have lumps of cash when I do. And there's a few other things I want to get done before I start that project. So, I was a road working guy. So it's like one of those things that I don't know how much more work I have this month. So like 1 week might be like fully busy. I know there's jobs that I have to finish, like the fencing, and I know that's probably about 2 or 3 more days right there. If John's with me on Monday, I'll stay and we'll make a push on it and get it done. As long as I get all the posts in the ground, and if I get the fence up on the one, the other one, it doesn't matter if I'm, working on that thing in November, right? It's just kind of like once it's above ground, it's just a matter of nailing things on. Like the lattice panels are going to go on really, really easy, right? So, and it's not a super, well, it's 80 feet. It's long enough. The first fence is like 100, almost 100. It's getting warmer. So, bottom line is, once I've done that big fence, there's really not a lot for me to do anywhere else. Maybe if I'm lucky, I get 2 more grass cuttings out of this client. 1 for sure, I'm pretty sure. But it all depends, if it rains the next 2 weeks, no grass cut, right? So, but if it doesn't rain, then I'm okay. Then there's one client, I'm sort of finished for the season for her, but there's still like 1 or 2 little jobs left to do there. Then the other client, I got 1 more grass cutting, which we'll probably do not this weekend, obviously, but next weekend, or maybe mid next week, mid the week after, because I want to get it, I want to get it cut 1 more time, because that's the deal. And I also want to, not wait till the very, very last minute, because I might not be able to cut it at the last minute. Weather might be too bad. So, is what it is. Then that other client, there might be some indoor work for late October, early November, maybe a day or 2 insulating. I hate insulating, but I like money too. So, things to get. Last 3 big things that I got to pay for is car insurance, which usually isn't too bad. Winter tires, whether I'm going to get just 2 winter tires or 4 winter tires, we'll see. I got to see if I can find some used ones. Then Christmas gifts, which the Christmas gifts I could put on the credit card if I need to. I prefer not to, but if I have to, I will. I don't go too crazy with the Christmas gifts and birthday gifts and stuff. Like I'm not wealthy enough for that, right? There was a guy I meant to make a video. I did make a video, but I want to do it again. When I have days off, I'm going to do, different. I won't be doing the driving vlogs as much, but I'll be able to make videos about other topics and stuff. And you got to be careful on YouTube. And again, people constantly ask me, my geopolitical stuff, do I still do that? Yes, it's on BitChute. The link's down below. So far, you can be politically incorrect there. So.